Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy, what's today, Cat? Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday. It's hump day. It's hump day.
Right. It's hump day. Listen, y'all, welcome to the show. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us today. I know that we are usually here on Wednesday evenings, so I know we've been kind of all over the scale for you guys. We came in yesterday and we had Eric Roberson on the platform for the second or the third time. So that was really, really dope conversation. But today, like, this is, when I say like this is dear to my heart, this is really, really dear to my heart because our guest today is somebody who I have known of really since my teenage years. And I ain't gonna tell y'all how old I am. I'm sure some of y'all know, but I'm not gonna. Either way, this guy has been in my mind. He's been like in the forefront, really the landscape of hip hop when I think of what I grew up to and what I was really aspiring just to be around. So it's really, really cool. Just the transition that he has made over the last, 30, 40 years in hip hop and the way that he has really built this genre, for what we get today. And it's not just with his music, but it's also with the music that he has helped to lay down for so many other people. You got your Vivian Green, you got your Tweet. I've been in love with Tweet since I've been in love with Tweet.
That is both our faves. Listen.
Like when he did Turn the Lights Off, I was just like, I'm done. Like I'm done. It was good for me. But again, Vivian Green, that Get Right Back to My Baby. Man, listen, I worked at the hospital. I would be sitting in the garage. I would be sitting in the garage, like supposed to go clock in, and I'm just sitting here like rewinding this song. And then like the relationship that I've been able to build, just even with her, like over the years and just chatting back and forth. And then her son does a lot of posts for the Motivational Mondays.
Yes.
And like,
I love him so much.
Yeah.
Very dear to our hearts,
Yeah, but all of that being said, like, we are really, really excited to have our guest in today. Mm-hmm. Definitely a legend in this business, period.
For sure.
Like, a lot of people are really aspiring to do the things that he does. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and introduce our guest today. It is the amazing, the legendary, the incomparable Kwame.
That was a great intro.
Listen, man, I can't quite do the Shannon Sharp, but I try to do something. I appreciate you, man. And I know I said this before we actually went live, but it's really an honor to be able to connect with someone who has really laid the foundation for not just for yourself, but for so many other people. And I know I mentioned the Vivian Greens, I mentioned Tweet, but it's a lot of other people who you have produced for over the years. And just the way that you were able to reinvent yourself throughout the culture, throughout the years in the culture, and really do something to build a foundation for what other people, can expect out here and what they can see. I think it's amazing, man. So kudos off to you. Always ladies first, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her kick things off with the questions, but we got quite a few questions for you today, man.
I bet. Let's go. Fire away.
So we talked about Tweet and Vivian Green being some of our favorites. Those are like two of our holy grails for me and James.
Dope.
I was in middle school when Vivian Green came out, and she really spoke to me. I was 11 years old, wearing long flowy skirts and a flower in my hair because I was dressing like her every day. So you know how influential that could be. Like, they was wearing Rocawear and baby fat, and I'm over here talking about. I was taking what's the song, the Superwoman, and like, I was deep in the album. I wasn't just singing Emotional Roller Coaster. They're like, what's wrong with this girl? You a little above your years.
Yeah, I was about to say, what kind of emotional roller coaster were you on in the middle school? But I get it now.
I wish I was in middle school. I was way past middle school, but it's
Yeah, my little boyfriend didn't write my note back, so he was
Yeah,
putting me on an emotional roller coaster.
there you go.
Uh, but I saw that you were just on her son's podcast. I really
Yeah.
love Jordan. I also am a parent of a child with special needs, so that is something
Okay.
that really inspired me, and they're both an inspiration. So can you give us just a little bit of background on how you connected with Vivian Green and worked with her and all of that? Because I've heard
Uh,
so many things.
so yeah, she was stalking me on Twitter. No, let me stop. Um, um, no, another artist that I was producing was a good friend of hers, and she suggested that we work together. So we connected, and then I offered to produce some records, or I didn't offer, I asked if I could produce some records for her. And she was like, nah, she straight curbed me. She was like, no, my album is done. Maybe next time. So, that was it. And then when she started working on another album, she reached out. And so during that time, it was weird because during that time, the deal situation that she had expired. So she was like, well, I wanted to work on another album, but I don't have the deal anymore. So I guess we're not going to work. And I was like, nah, you bugging. It's like, I don't have anybody over me. I got a whole studio. Just come to the studio and we're going to make records. And whatever happens, happens. So as we're making records, one of the records that we made was Get Right Back. And so when we made Get Right Back, she didn't have a deal. I didn't have a label deal, but I was like, yo, this record is hot. And she was like, I don't know about that. I was like, no, I'm telling you, this record is hot. And without her knowing, I sent it to every single DJ I knew. And within like 2 weeks, we started hearing it on the radio. We started hearing it in clubs, and people were asking for it. And I was like, I told you the record was hot, but I only thought that it was a record intended to just keep her name out there while she was in between situations. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere further than that. And so, friend of mine at Universal reached out to me and was like, "Yo, what are you doing with that record?" And the first thing I said is, "I'm looking for a label deal to put the record out." And so, I had another deal on the table. And say, for example, the deal was going to get signed on Tuesday. My friend at Universal was like, come in on Monday and we'll work it out. So we
Whoa.
worked the whole thing out on Monday. And the thing that I was going to sign on Tuesday just didn't happen. Thank goodness. And yeah, because it was just like some like independent thing. It was like, there's no money involved,
Yeah.
nothing. So that record we put Get Right Back out. We already shot a video. We shot like this independent video on the streets of Philadelphia. If you see that video now, you're gonna be like, "What was y'all thinking?"
Yeah.
But we just thought it was
Mhm.
something that could be dope. And so the first thing the people at Universal was like, y'all gonna have to shoot a video because this ain't it. And I was like, what? I'm telling you, this is hot. They're like, nah, this ain't it. So we went down to Atlanta with renowned photographer and videographer Derek Blanks. We shot with him and put the record
Wow.
out. And it went from just a random club record going on in New York
Yeah.
to the number 2 record in the country. And I'm
Yeah.
like, within 6 months. And
Wow.
the album came out and we did great with the album and put out some great singles. And then, she was back off to the races. So it was a whole story and a process
Yeah.
in that.
That's just so amazing. I love hearing how people can turn something that they thought wasn't going to be that big and then monumental. So it's so amazing with you two working together.
It's the story of my career. I swear to God. Every time, like everything that I tell people all the time, whatever I do has always been a social experiment. I don't think I approach anything like the the quote unquote normal artist. I always approach things differently. Hence the album, The Different Kids. I only do music where it's like, let me try this and see what happens. Either I'm gonna fall on my face or it's gonna be hot. You know,
Yeah.
or you know, I don't know what it's gonna be, and I don't have any preconceived notions. I don't have any chips on my shoulder, like, oh, it's gonna be hot. Like I don't know. I
Mhm.
just make it. I don't make it in fancy places. And I try to give it out to the right people at the right time,
Mhm.
and try to see what happens. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I got to keep trying at least.
Absolutely. I really love the song that you guys did together, the No Way, Go Away.
Yeah.
I really love that. It's such a super like upbeat, positive song. Like when
You want to
things
hear something? You want to hear something? Vivian begged me to take that off the album. She was like, "Yo, take
Are
that
you
off that."
serious?
I'm dead serious.
I want to tell you that is one of my favorite songs on there.
She was like, "Take it
Um
off," because
the
she loves the album. She loves the album, but she felt like that song didn't fit. I'm like, nah, it's a part of the
it is part
album.
of it. So I'm gonna tell you my opinion as a person that listens to the album and just how
Okay.
what I think of it and the songs and what they inspired in me. That song, first of all, I feel like the whole album is like a nod to like Black excellence. Like I can see it through the artwork, I can see it through the sound, I can see it through the skits, I can see it through the callbacks and things like that.
Yeah.
So that song specifically, I can see a visual video of somebody dancing like I was doing like the Aunt Viv dance, when
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
to that song. It just seems so joyous and so moving. So that is something I probably might, I'm a little amateur, like to dance and do a thousand things. So I may, do something with that because it brought that out in me. It just made me think of like that joy Aunt Viv had dancing, and she
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
about none of those people, the naysayers behind her. She wasn't thinking about that. No way, go away.
Yep.
So that, and then what was it? Oh my God, the mom's grocery list into the Hello Anybody. Oh my God, that was one of my favorite skits as a little girl.
Yes.
The stick of butter, the loaf of bread. Um, because my grandmother would send me to the store, and I was so called the smart kid that will remember. So
Yep.
that was one of those things that I was like, and it really made family see Black families as just anybody else,
Yep.
just
Yep.
just anybody else. So I really love the nod to that.
And that's why
um
I had my mother do that because she would always send me to the store. She would send me to the store for anything, and I'd be like, "Look, Mom, I'm not getting that. You're bugging. And nothing bad, I'm saying, but it'd be like my mother just would be. My mother's the type of person sometimes where she just be on her lazy stuff. Go to the store and just get one stick of butter, like you said, a stick of butter. I'm like, why we can't get the whole box?
Right,
Just
right.
get the
Just
stick. I'm
one,
like,
get the
oh
one
man.
stick. For sure. Ain't nothing funnier than back in the day when you used to be able to get cigarettes with a note from
Yeah.
the people, So I was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cigarette getter because they knew I wasn't gonna mess with the stuff. And
That same thing with my mother. She would send me to get cigarettes. I hate to say it. I need
My
a pack.
grandmother
Her
did it too.
cigarettes was True Green. She's like, I need you to get me a pack of True
not
Green.
the true green.
My
Dang,
I'm
I
like,
grandmother
remember
did it
I'm
to
that.
not.
me
And
too.
after a while, I just said no. I'm not doing because I'm like a non-smoker, and I'm like I'm not doing it at all. And I would get into so much trouble. But yeah, that grocery list thing that's some
It was
real.
listen, it was dope, and the whole album gave me vibes of the famous painting of the Black people dancing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
yeah,
just
yeah.
gave me those vibes. Especially, I really resonated with the adulthood. I feel like the whole album gave me something I needed as a child, and also fed me as somebody I needed as an adult. And as
You are
someone
the
who
first. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. You are the first woman to bring up adulthood. The reason why I
I
say
think it's
that,
a woman centered song. That I thought it was it was the story of my life. Honestly.
yo, 200% of every male that I know called me and said, "Yo, man, adulthood, you are speaking my life.
Dope.
You are reading my." And then it, with the wake up call happened when my son called me and was like, "Yo, adulthood is my life." I'm like, "Wait, hold on. How is this your life? We
How?
need to talk."
How? Yeah, yeah. He need about 20 years
No, no, no. He's grown. My
of
son is 33.
oh, he's
So
30. Okay.
I'm like, dude, how is this your life? Now, you're just starting out really. So adulthood, I know adulthood is kicking in. I get it. but we gotta course correct some things so it's not your life.
Not, you don't want to be that.
Yeah, because a
Um,
lot of people gotta understand the message in that song, and
the
it's a real
message.
thing. Yeah.
So I was with my high school sweetheart through since 15 literally, and through a 20-year relationship, into where
Been together
he,
since the 10th grade.
in the 10th grade, literally, it's the story of my life. And then when we separated, I have been doing all these soaring things. And like you said, on the couch, and I was ready to do what I was meant to do. And so I had to reach that level of adulthood and say, okay, I have to leave this behind. So that is my favorite record on this,
Yeah, it's like you either grow with me or we
or
gotta grow apart.
yeah.
And I love you, but I am now here.
Hmm.
And your existence can't be eating chips and playing Call of Duty.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
can't, you cannot. I know that you help raise the kids and help
Hmm.
build this household, but we're trying to get here,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and you just trying to stay there. Nah, you got to figure this out, homie. We got,
Mhm. So
and
yes,
That's
no. So
that's
just
the story of a lot of people.
thank you so much for this project. I really resonated, and it's just what I needed for, like I said, for who I am now. It was very
yeah,
well rounded. I think it's something for everybody. So I really took over a lot of the time, so I'm gonna pass it to James. I know he got a million questions, so I'm sorry.
No,
it's
it's
all
cool.
good.
Before we get into different kids, the music that you're doing for so many people, not only does it resonate obviously with the listener, clearly it resonates with the artist, because I think that you're meticulous just at what you're doing. So it's like when you're producing for Vivian Green, or you're producing for a Tweet, or any of the other artists that you have produced for, it's like you're tapping completely into their sound. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I think it's like with the Tweet, with the turn off the lights, or turn the lights off.
yeah. Tell
It
like
was
so.
just like, damn, like this sounds so dope. What is your process of going in with somebody and deciding that, okay, I'm gonna produce something for them or put something together for them?
Well,
And because
I
it
think,
really speaks of confidence, even in
yeah,
yourself as well.
I think I'm more of a I don't want to call myself like a mainstream type of producer. I think I'm more of like a specialty
Yeah.
producer. But the best way I can describe myself, I'm like a tailor, and you
Okay.
need a certain outfit for a certain occasion. And I like to tailor make that outfit. A lot of times, most producers, and it's no fault of anybody's, most producers, especially the radio records that you hear, they're just making a beat, writing a song, and submitting, and that's that. And if the artist picks a song, they perform it and it does well. I mean, that's great. Me, I don't think I work that way. Um, I got to sit and have a conversation with you. I got to sit and see where you want to go. I got to sit and see where you don't want to go. And I might not even agree with it. I don't like to name names. So, like, for example, there's an artist that I'm working with now as a body of work. People know who they are. And they play the records for me. And I'm like, okay, I wouldn't necessarily have taken you there, but this is where you want to go. This is the ride you want to be on. That's cool. So how can I fit in this ride? And how can I give you something that I feel that you need, feel that you deserve, feel that you want, and be in the ride at the same time? Because sometimes, I may not see what they see. So it's always that kind of process if I can. That art is almost gone in music. And that's why when I do produce for somebody, A, it's by choice, and B, it's by whatever circumstances that I run into that artist and I talk to them and I'll produce something because yes, I like to make money, but I'm not in it for the money. So I don't if I can't sit with you, if I can't build with you, if I can't create with you and find out who you are as a person and as an artist, there's nothing for me there. And I've done records like that, and
Yeah.
I regret all those records that I've done like that.
Yeah.
I've had hit records on artists that I've never met a day in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I sent it in and they did what they did and they sent it back and but and it's a hit record and cool, we made some money.
Yeah.
but I don't know you. You don't know me, and so I choose to be the other way. I'm more like I don't want to be McDonald's. I want to be the home cooked meal
Yeah.
that you probably get once a year
Well,
if you're
I'm glad
lucky.
you say that because it really taps into my next question. The different kids, I know that you have said in quotes that this project really aligns with how you've always felt, and not necessarily feeling as though you were a part of the mainstream. And I think that this album is representative of standing in who you are and being
Yeah,
yourself. Like what you have is a project that is truly essential to hip hop right now. Like it really feels good because I feel like we're getting back to kind of where it was like years ago, where it's
yeah,
fun again, and like you're enjoying what you're listening to, and you're actually getting something from it,
yeah, yeah.
versus just anything being
Yes.
put out there. Like, how is it for you to put out a project today versus 30 years ago?
Well, I say this all the time. The way I feel now with this album is the exact same way I felt at 16 with my first album. And what I'm saying that is because when I was 16 and I made my first album, The Boy Genius, I had no clue. I had nothing. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to be a success or a failure. All I knew is I had ideas. I knew I had something that I wanted to express. And I knew that I did whatever I had to do to express that. Whatever happened from there was just icing on the cake. I didn't, I just wanted to present the cake. I didn't know what anything else was. Anything after that, second, third, fourth album, those albums or even records that I produce, I'm dealing with an executive telling me, oh, we need a radio record. Oh, we need a dance record. Oh, you can't say that. Oh, you can't wear this. You can't do this. And now you're turning into the robot.
Yeah.
So for me, producing a record, yeah, I'm just giving you the clothes to wear. I don't have to wear them. But now, as an artist working on the different kids, there was nobody telling me I had to make an album. There was nobody telling me how to make an album. Nobody even knew I was making an album. I have a whole house full of people, and not one person knew that at 4:30 in the morning I was coming downstairs and making an album until the album was made. I told my family, oh, I can't do whatever tomorrow. Why? I'm shooting a video. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shooting a video. They're like, so for what? I said I'm putting an album out. Like nobody knew. So
But like, what was the motivation behind you actually putting an album out? Today.
Yes.
In today's time.
there was a lot of different motivations. Motivations like, I get on stage and I perform all the time and I'm performing 35, 36-year-old records and it's great. People love it. But then I see somebody like KRS-One. KRS-One gets on stage, he performs his
Yeah.
old records, and then he'll drop a new record in there and he'll perform it and act like that record is the most dopest record you ever heard.
Yeah.
And because his energy is like that, your energy, you're like, oh, this is dope. You ain't never heard the record before. And I'm like, I need that in my life.
Yeah.
I go on stage and I like if I go to a show of a rock band or jazz band, I'm listening to records that I've never heard, but I'm into it and I'm vibing. I'm like, I need that in my life. I need that to fuel my own spirit.
Yeah.
And there's so much things that I think about. There's so much things that I witness. There's so much things that concern me. And I felt like I can't call myself an artist and a producer if I'm not producing art. I
Absolutely.
can't call myself that. And it's
Absolutely.
not for general consumption. But if I'm going to be out here saying that I'm an artist and I'm a producer, I have to have art that I produce. It's just period. Because anything else is in the past and I have to use it as a past tense. I was an artist and I used to produce,
Yeah.
because I did that already. But if
Yeah.
I say I am, I have to be. And
Absolutely.
so and that's just my opinion. Other people can have other opinions. That's just for me.
Yeah.
And so that was the battery. That was the main fuel in my back. And it had nothing. And also then the 50 years of hip hop rolled around. And I am not one for recognition. I don't seek that. But then it was like I started seeing like a museum put up an exhibit, hip hop fashion in 1989. And I'm like, oh, I know what was popping in '89 when I was
Right.
out. I know
Right.
what people were looking like in '89. And I look at this exhibit, and I don't even exist. I'm like, wait, hold on. Do you know what we talking about here?
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I'm like, 89, 90, 91. Do we know what we talking about right now? And I'm like, but I'm not beefing about it. And then like a lot of the hip hop 50 things go on, and I didn't want to be a part of that at all. You know, I thought other people really deserved that. But then it was things that I was definitely a part of or a foundation of that was
Right.
just being totally overlooked. And I said, the only reason why these things are being overlooked is because you are being quiet.
Absolutely.
You gotta not be quiet. You know, I'm so into being in my room and just making beats.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about it. And I'm like, yo, I know I'm still nice. I know I'm still nice on these beats. I know I'm still nice with these rhymes. I gotta let people know that I'm here. It's like a little kid in a room full of kids, and all the kids are getting fed. If that one kid sits in the corner, he may be the smartest kid in the room. But if he sits in the corner with his head down and doesn't say anything,
Nobody knows.
he or she will be overlooked all the time. And
Yeah.
I had to learn that lesson at my age now
Yeah. I
because
think that
yeah,
no, I was just gonna say I think that we're all learning that lesson as we get older. I mean, I'm 48
yeah.
and I'm learning the same lesson, man. Like I can't thank you enough because like I wanted my son to get certain elements of music and certain elements of hip hop. And I mean, we listen to all different genres. We listen to all different genres of music. My cousin is Fantasia, so I mean that alone is like
That's one
it's
of the favorite. She was one of the favorite artists I work with as well.
yeah.
Um,
It's
Whoa.
is that your alarm? Because I know that I'm like five
no,
minutes
that's
over for
the
the
phone
next
ringing.
door.
No, that's
Okay.
the phone ringing. I'm gonna just let it go to
Okay.
voicemail. But yeah, it's just like I wanted him to get certain elements of music and to talk to my son and say, hey, I'm gonna be talking to Kwame today. Oh wow! Like I just like he knows you. He knows who
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's 19, so it's like it's cool to see that he knows music from back in the day and he kind of knows the landscape of music and hip
Yep,
hop.
yep,
And you're
yep.
inspiring so many people. Like there's always been this thing with ageism and people saying that once you get to a certain age, you can't rap no more and you can't do this no more and you can't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. See,
And
and that's
I
another thing
love
that
you how
inspired
you're
me,
doing it,
man. It's
but you're
like,
doing it at a level of perfection that I think it's amazing, man. And like I said, it's really an honor to be able to connect with you in this time. I think that we only get but so long, but it's cool, man. Like
thank
this
you.
is
Yeah.
why I do it. It's
Hmm.
why I do it. I know it's why she does it. Like
Yes.
it's really cool, man. What do you want people to be able to take away from this project that you have out here?
Well, I just want people to know that, as if you're a Gen Xer or if you're a certain type of, I call them the different kids. If you walk a different path, this is the album for you because I'm speaking. Now, I'm not talking at people. I'm talking with people. I'm talking through myself and through other people's experiences, through my own experiences. And I hope that people can align with those same experiences. So, and the album is a full body of work. It's not just this is the single, that's the single. I didn't even pick singles off the album. I didn't even think that way. I'm shooting videos to so many different things, adulthood
Yeah,
included. And and
Woo!
um and it's just like showing these perspectives of somebody at this point in life,
Hmm.
and hopefully people can resonate with the nostalgia of it and the time of right now of it as well. So it's free
yeah,
for now until I tell you to help to go buy my CD or vinyl
right.
let me
on Friday.
let me download my hard copy real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Because I am doing vinyl and CD and all that stuff. I gotta make some of this money back. but
Listen, man.
um,
I,
but
I think
that's where it is.
yeah, I think it's dope, man. What one last thing, I actually, while we've been having this conversation, I actually reached out to Raphael because I was just like, man, this is like mad dope. Like we do we have a digital magazine as well. So we do we put together cover stories, and we just talk about, you know, the inspiration, you know, what we get from the artists, you know, really talk about the history, the legacy, and that sort of thing. So I just sent them a message. I said, we're gonna put one together for you. So
Please,
be on the cover of the magazine.
yeah,
oh
so
snap!
we are absolutely putting that together. So
I'm gonna get my Zoolander on. I'll just be like,
listen, man, whatever you want to do.
my ebony man.
Yeah.
I just want to say, you know, one last time, thank you, man. Like
Thank
this,
you
Thank
so
you.
much. This was
Thank
amazing.
you for having me.
Where can people get you? I know Kwame Vision on Instagram. That's across.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Go there. Just go there. Kwame Vision on Instagram, and I'll tell you where else to go from that point. Or if you're on TikTok, Kwame Vision 1. But
okay.
Kwame Instagram sends it to all the other spots. So just
absolutely,
might as well just go to the front door. Kwame Vision Instagram.
Absolutely, man. Listen, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Any final words or anything you want to get out there before we let you go?
Nah, just keep being yourselves. That's all I ask.
That's
just keep being yourselves. Be unapologetically yourself. Period. End of story. You will have a 100% success rate if you are 100% yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good afternoon, man.
All right. You too.
Listen, y'all, we are getting all the dope conversations. Like
that just fed my soul. You don't understand. Like when I say this album was something serious, and you know, I keep telling them I'm on a hunt for good music. I've been listening to old stuff, and I'm trying to find new projects to really listen to it. And this is another one. So him and Eric Roberson, you guys, we're gonna have to put together. James need to put together some kind of legendary playlist or something, because I need to know. I need some music. Yeah.
No, I think this was really, really dope. You know, that whole ageism thing, you know, has really been something.
I hate that, but you want to know something? It's so many people that are changing that.
Who talked about ageism a lot too was Sugar T when we had her
Sugar
on
T, yes. But I think that that is changing, because a lot of the best content out right now is from people that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s that I'm seeing. Like, it's no longer the younger, the 20-year, it's no longer the fresh 20-year-olds that are making the best content. The stuff that I'm finding that is the most popular. Why?
You're like, you're the most popular. Why?
Why?
No, the only reason I say it is because, you know, we've kind of been on this kick for some years now where we're saying, like, you know, the best era of music was like the 90s and, like, you know, maybe 2000 or 2010 and kind of that whole era. And those people of that era are in their 50s now. Like, they're in their 50s.
Yeah.
So for a minute, and now they're in the space. You know, I think there's something that's reinvigorating people to want to do music again. Like, I'm praying to God that Andre 3000 catch it, because, like,
I know he too busy playing with the flute right now. So
a lot of people who.
But I want to say that I feel like back in the day, it was kind of, people were used to them going off into greener pastures and just kind of, okay, you know, you may come out and perform your hits, but as far as making new music,
right,
the older generation, the OGs got it, and these are the people that are selling out arenas. These are the people that are selling out artists that are on top of the charts. So I'm here for it. You know, I ain't the youngest, I ain't the springiest chicken in the coop.
Right.
So I'm getting up there myself. So I'm really glad, because I feel like life is not over for me. Life is just now, look at us. Life is just now starting. Like, life is just now getting to the best part of it. And I just love that people can have this longevity. I love it.
Yeah, and you could tell that, like, he's happy doing what he's doing, like being himself.
And happy. He cares. He puts so much intent into this, you know.
And he's taking care of himself. So
right.
He don't look his age. Shit, he look about as young as he did when he put the music out before. But I mean, clearly, you know, he's living life, but he's taking care of himself, and I think it's a really, really good look. Like, you got a lot of people out here who are still doing it. You got him. You got the LL Cool J's.
I know. I know he's working on new music. I'm excited to hear what he got coming, because people are really sampling LL a lot. I've been hearing so many LL samples that
Yeah.
I really hope that he could kind of even sample his. I would love to hear him sample his own stuff, come out with some remixes. But I feel like it's really the grown and sexy people's time. Like it's the real grown ups time right now. And I
Yeah,
just,
absolutely.
I love it. Love every minute of it. So
Absolutely.
mhm.
It's a lot going on out there. We're not really doing hot topics today because it was such a short show. We are going to be live tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. That's going to be another short show where we're going to have the Mako girls on the platform. They are based out of Atlanta, really, really huge down in Atlanta. They've actually been in UG Digital Magazine in the past. So they've been on the platform before. They are extended family. So they are coming to join us on Transcending the Culture tomorrow. Make sure that you guys follow us on our new Instagram at Transcending the Culture. Definitely a lot happening. I want to give a shout out to Beth. Beth is on the cover of UG Digital Magazine right now. Quite a few people are on the cover that we released over the past week. So we have Beth, who is out of Detroit.
Oh, what's
We
up,
actually going to
Ron
be.
Leopard in the
What's up, Mr. Leffert?
building? We'll be
What's up,
seeing you
Mr. Leffert?
soon.
I feel like somebody
Hey.
special because we're gonna be kicking it with Ron and with Beth.
And Beth, I'm
again.
so
I'm
excited.
really excited about that. So ready to hop up and go to Detroit. I hate we going and we gonna kick it and then come back, but
Yeah.
it's all cool though. I'm going down there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna see Darren Fleet and Woo Woo the comedian. So that's gonna be a really, really good show. Absolutely, Ron. We're gonna see you on Saturday. Yeah. But yeah, a whole lot of stuff going on. We got some new covers coming up for the magazine, some new cover stories that are going to be coming out. We're going to have Jay Sean Champion. We are going to have Eric Roberson. We are going to have Kwame. So that's 3 right there. But it's another huge one that is done. It's already been sent over to the people. We just waiting on the approval, and then that's going to come out. And listen, Ron, you already know what it is because we talked about it, and I've been trying to do this for forever and forever, and I have not announced it because I want to do it right. But I got it, Ron. I got it. Like we talked about this, I got it. So it's done. It's sent over. I'm just waiting on the approval. But I'm so excited and happy about that. So that's gonna be coming real soon. It's so much stuff happening.
It's so much stuff. I did want to tell everybody, please make sure that you are following me. I will be walking in the Embrace Thy Curves fashion show on October 18th. So we're going to be having some different photo shoots coming out. We're going to be having some different fun behind the scenes moment. So definitely follow me, check my link tree, and you can get your tickets. And if you have any trouble, you can definitely message me, and I will be selling tickets directly as well. So
I think that's dope. I'm grateful for you, because I know we've been doing a lot of these interviews.
Yes, we have, and it's keep going.
We keep it going, and that phone rang, and I was like, I can't stop it because I'm at work. So I'm like,
listen, we gotta do what we gotta do, and they know it here. All our transcenders know it. Hey.
I'm like, I can't stop the phone from ringing. I wish it just would stop ringing. And then the thing is, it's connected to a cell phone. So when that rings, the cell phone rings too.
Yeah.
Like, is that your alarm? I'm like, oh shit, it's the phone. It's gonna stop in 1 second. But I think this turned out really, really cool. I'm really grateful to Kwame for coming on the platform. I'm grateful
thank you so much
for yesterday, because I think that was a great conversation. I had a chance to check out the video footage that they had.
They were so silly. I loved it. Yeah. Like, they are so funny. And he said they was having a hard time being serious. Like, but I really love it.
When Eric did that crisscross with it, I was like, I know damn well that Jason is not going to do that. He was like, no.
He was like,
But
so funny.
But yeah, I'm excited. Whole lot of listen. I know we're not doing no trending topics today, but the Tyler Perry stuff is really on my mind.
Tyler Perry, guys, gotta protect them assets.
This is a mess. It is a mess. I'm really. I do feel like it was irresponsible of the network to even put an interview out when it hasn't gone to court yet, and I'm quite sure that his attorneys are telling him not to say anything. So all you're gonna get is his side.
It's not fair.
So
it's not fair. The media is not fair, and it sucks that a lot of times when we have these accusers, the accusers get more Their story, like you said, is the only one that's shown, and it's basically shouted from the mountaintops because it's being broadcast. And I just feel like it's not fair. I really do. I hope that they're able to clear this up. I feel like it's, the guy was not that believable. He wasn't that convincing. I don't think things happened the way that they
Yeah.
did. I think that it was a cash grab, and I think that he was an easy
I feel like
target.
it's a cash grab. I want to try to get away from. I want to try to get away from like it sounding like it's victim shaming or victim blaming or anything like that, but it just reeks money grab. We're talking about Derek Dixon and the claims that he had against Tyler Perry. ABC did.
Thank you so much, Ron.
On TV last night. So that's what we were talking about, just the interview that was on TV last night.
One of his accusers is, he has these allegations against him, and they're going to court for it. And this is not the first time that he's had these type of allegations. So it seems like this guy kind of piggybacked off the train that was already taken off, and it was an easy target. I feel like, especially with Tyler Perry, I feel like his sexuality has always been into question, and it's really none of nobody's business of what he's doing. So I just think that with people's piqued in curiosity, and then he already had a little, somebody making some, not allegations toward him, but allegations around him, not necessarily. So I think that it was the perfect storm for somebody to come in and just, take off with it. And it doesn't sound to me, and I'm a victim advocate all the way, but I can, if something don't smell right in this situation, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's my thought too. So I'm just hoping that it turns out good. I guess as good as it can.
As good as it can.
But yeah, that's a whole lot. I mean, that really would have been probably the biggest topic.
And I'm excited to talk to Ron. Ron, listen, I just did my first open mic night comedy.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm doing a lot of things, so I'm going to need your help, okay? And I am not shy to come where you are. So.
Listen, you just hired you a publicist. Go ahead with your bad self, okay?
So we'll politic and we'll schmooze on Saturday. So.
Oh, you said schmooze, okay?
We'll schmooze.
Now, I think kudos to you. I think you did an amazing show for your first time.
Thank you. I've gotten a lot of opportunities already since then. So I know I'm going in the right direction. I'm just thankful for my big cuz for giving me a platform and giving me so much confidence to live in my truth and be who I really am. Every time I say, James, I want to do this, you be like, okay, do it. Like, it don't be no nothing. You be like, all right, well, what do you need from me? It don't be no leeway, no pushback, nothing. So I just love you, cuz. So thank you for being my unofficial manager.
Listen,
people be asking me stuff. I'm like, talk to the boss, man. I don't know nothing.
Listen, I love you right back.
Thanks.
We're doing some amazing stuff, and a lot of times we shoot ourselves down, and we don't celebrate ourselves for the stuff that we're doing, and we got to do better at that, because we're doing a lot of good stuff. Like, we got a lot of amazing people in our corner, people working for us, doing extra stuff for us, and
even our transcenders, even our fans. Like, we have so many people sharing, liking, watching. We would be nothing without the viewers and our fans.
I'm trying to tell you,
love them. We love you guys as well.
Like, I tell everybody, like, we wouldn't be able to do this without them, because, like, who gonna be watching? Like, the beauty is that, we're building. I mean, we are totally grassroots, and we are organically building the audience and all of that jazz. But we have people who, no matter what, they see we go live and they pop on. That's your Ron Lefferts.
We got Traded Glue.
That's your Traded Glues. Like, the minute we go live, you see that green check mark in there. Traded Glue be in there. And
every single time. shout out
like,
to Trade.
Our team could be on there.
Yes,
and,
yes.
It
was wonderful to perform with her. I got to kind of perform with her in Milan at the event. I hosted Wine and R&B over the weekend, guys. And it's so funny because I was getting on a mic. I was doing background for them. They would be looking like, who's singing too? I'm in the back.
Right. Right.
Me
I
and
think
Milan,
it's
I wonder
cool.
if somebody got the video. We was singing back and forth. I felt like Brandy and Monica, okay?
I think it's cool. This type of stuff is only going to continue to build our confidence and, help us to really, stand in who we are and, what our value is. So I appreciate you too. I love you right back. And we got a whole lot more stuff coming. And, once again, thank you for everything, Ron. We will see you Saturday.
See you
Um,
Saturday.
listen, I'm so ready. I got to work Saturday morning. Reese is doing Real Talk with Reese on Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Yay! Real talk with Reese.
And
Love
once we
it.
do that, we can hit the
On
road.
on the road
And I think the show
again.
starts at 6:30 or 7 or something like that.
Mhm.
So I figure we could get out of here about 2:30, 2:30, 3
Okay.
o'clock. And then we should be down there by 5.
Well, I'm with you, cuz I'm ready.
Yeah, we should be down there by 5. And now I don't think we're gonna stay in the hotel. So I mean, I guess we'll go down there and just go straight to the venue or whatever. I'm assuming.
Well, I don't have I have no problem with I'm riding with you. What they say?
Yeah.
I'm in the passenger seat, baby.
I'm just like, listen, anybody who is running a business or they doing this type of stuff, like it's so much money that goes into it, and you be robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you got all this other stuff going on, and I'm just like, hotel is not in the budget this weekend.
You gotta count them dollars and them cents. Listen, to make it make sense.
And then I gotta get back too because I gotta get with Austin on Sunday to start getting his podcast together for next Saturday. He goes live
so many.
The Game Changer next Saturday. And then my mother and I should be going live with Soap Dish next Sunday.
Yay! So many new podcasts to the platform, guys. Make sure you are subscribed and you're paying attention. We got a lot of content coming your way. Absolutely.
We are not rebranding. We are cleaning up some of this social media. So, a lot of these extra Instagrams are going away. And we are getting platforms created getting accounts created for the new platforms. It's a lot going. I keep saying it's a whole lot going on. There's definitely a lot happening. So I'm grateful to everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us today. We didn't plan on being on this long, but I think it was cool. I didn't expect to be able to be on this long either since I'm at work. But and as y'all can see, I'm working so hard.
Right. So yeah. So guys, we gonna end it here. Follow me on all platforms at Cat Clean.
Right. And I am on all platforms at I am James Grant. We will talk to you guys actually tomorrow. We'll be live.
We'll see you tomorrow.
6 p.m. tomorrow with the Mako girls. Again, they're based out of Atlanta. So we will be live with the Mako girls tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. for about 25-30 minutes. So that'll be a good conversation. So we hope to see you guys there, and peace out. We love y'all.